This video is about my Ekphrasis multimedia project. So this assignment, we were supposed to build off of our analytic paper, which is basically we had to pick an art form of propaganda that was selling something. And in my video that I chose to write about, it was how, America was selling the army to Donald Duck. And it was telling you, Donald Duck was going to get, or if you enlisted in the army, you were going to get all of these perks and advantages, and how the army was this grandiose, thing that you should be a part of, and you're going to get to be with women, and you're going to get to have your dream job, and you're going to get, food in bed. And it was just telling you all of these advantages, when in reality you go through the process and you see that you get embarrassed, and you see they treat you terribly, and it's just not what you thought it was going to be. So for this project, I decided to do a collage, which could be used as like a poster or a flyer, and essentially I printed it. I didn't print it out so you could see the colors, but I essentially did current events that are happening nationally throughout America that kind of represent the same idea that was depicted in the video, which is basically that, like, we have this disillusionment that law enforcement and the government are supposed to protect us, and they're supposed to have our best interests at heart, and essentially they really don't. So I chose to include 4 current events, one of which has to do with police brutality and the movement Black Lives Matter, but here I wrote in the thought bubble, but all lives matter. And then down here we're talking about I have a picture depicting immigration condemnation, and how they're bad hombres, which is basically saying how immigrants come and they're trying to take our jobs. And then down here we have a picture of a white man, Elmer Fudd, shooting at Donald Duck's children. So this is to signify, the thought bubble says it's our right, and this is to signify gun control and school shootings, and how there have been so many recently, and that, it's our right to own guns, it's, our Second Amendment, but that there's no gun control, and that things are kind of like out of hand. And then up here we have a picture of Chrisley Blasey, that is saying the thought bubble says she's a liar because she accused Supreme Court Justice now Kavanaugh of sexual assault. So this is basically signifying sexual harassment, assault, and like the Me Too movement, that is women supporting other women that they've either been sexually assaulted or they just understand what they're going through because they're women also. And then here in the middle we have a picture of Donald Duck with Donald Trump's hair, and that's just to signify that, like, he's our rhetoric for society, so he's what speaks out for us. So basically the poster, all of these current events tie together to show how, like, we as Americans have this disillusionment that the army and the law enforcement and the government is supposed to protect us, when in reality they don't. They abuse of us. They don't, take control of matters. They're inhibiting people from, living a better life, or they're, not handling situations correctly. So basically, yeah, it's just to show how we have this, like, perfect idea of these officials, and when in reality, like, we're wrong, and eventually we realize that. Thank you.